Okay then, today we're going to go over everything you need to know about Lumello. Okay then, starting with Lumello's typing then, it is a pure water typing, which means it is weak to plant, electric and toxic, and it resists fire, water, ice and metal. And then offensively, it can hit fire, earth and electric for super effective damage. So yeah, I don't think I have to talk about Lumello's typing that much. I mean, I think people generally know that bulky water types are pretty darn good. We have quite a lot of them in the game, although I wouldn't say that puts Lumello at a disadvantage because like, oh, there's like a bunch of different bulky water types already, why would I use Lumello over any of the other ones? But it does have something unique that the other ones don't have, or probably won't get, so yeah. Okay then, moving on to the stats then, we have 95 health, 100 energy, 99 melee attack, 86 melee defense, 52 range attack, 81 range defense, and 15 speed. So overall these stats, I would say that the first one that people are going to look at is that speed stat. It isn't the slowest Loomian. I believe that crown goes to Halloween Kabonga, but it is the slowest fully evolved Loomian, and it actually might be the second slowest Loomian just in general, which actually works out in his favor. So that way like a bulky pivot uses like Luminami or like Snack with Baffle, or even, and now I guess Samarine with Baffle. None of these Loomians can underspeed Lumello, and the goal of like bulky pivot users is to basically take a hit, then they get to use their move, Baffle or Flash and Flee, go into like their next Loomian, and they don't get damage. But because Lumello is so slow, they will always swap out, and then you get to hit whatever comes in, which is really nice for Lumello, because it hasn't got like the best melee attack stat, but it's like decent enough to like get some like good chip damage. Also not really going to use the range attack stat, okay? Definitely would recommend melee attack stat. It has some pretty good attacks anyway. Although not low, we have a huge energy stat, okay? That is way above average, so you can just fire off moves left and right without having the need to like wait or rest that often. And then the last thing we can talk about is the defenses, I guess. Health is 95 and the defenses are around 80, which isn't the most impressive thing. I mean, Luminami just has higher stats in general in all of these stats, I believe. However, what it lacks in is like, well, I mean, they're still like pretty good, I would say, but like what it lacks in stats compared to other like bulky water types like Ventation and Luminami, it does make up for it in its moves and abilities. Okay then, now let's talk about the abilities Lumello has. The first ability is Sharp Edges. Quite a few things have this one already, but basically whenever you get hit by a contact move, whatever hit you, it takes a little bit of damage. The second ability is Premonition. This one isn't like super useful, and it's probably like, going to be the worst ability that Lumello has, but basically whenever you enter the battle, whatever is in front of you or opposite you in a double battle, the game will basically tell you, hey, this is their strongest move that they have on them. So yeah, not like super useful, I guess. But then the secret ability, definitely the most useful, is called Repugnant. It's actually a new ability, and I probably actually said that wrong, oops. But basically for this one, it is to try and like help count like how many things like have chomping and biting moves, like Gnaw, Mega Chomp, Thunder Chomp, Blaze Chomp. I think you get it okay. But basically whenever you get hit by one of these biting moves, the damage is reduced by 50%, and whatever bit you gets poisoned guaranteed. So yeah, I did kind of make this ability okay, mostly for Hunder and Galash, because let's be honest, they're a little bit too strong, and I think this kind of puts them in check a little bit okay. So yeah, definitely going to be the better ability, but Sharp Edges I guess works as well, although, let's be honest, Repugnant, and it has like these melee defense stats, I mean hey, pretty good. Okay then, now let's get onto the moves then. Starting with the level up moves, we have Spray, Sting, Gnaw, Brace, Water Bomb, Sharpen and Headbutt. And then for the evolution move, we have Baneful Bash, then we get Poison Barbs, Eerie Stare, Hydro Slash and Barbs. So also that last move is a brand new move, okay? Some people have been confusing with Poison Barbs, I guess because they both have Barbs in the name, but they are completely different, okay? This is a new entry hazard move that people have been asking for quite a while, okay? Also we've got Poison Barbs, which basically just poison whatever comes in, but they don't take damage immediately. They just get poisoned and they take damage that way. Icicle Traps is an ice type entry hazard that takes the type chart into account, so if you're weak to ice, you just take more damage. However, Barbs is a metal type, but it doesn't take the type chart into account, so if you're weak to metal, it isn't going to like ramp up and do even more damage. However, also for Icicle Traps, you can set up one layer. Poison Barbs can set up 2 layers. The first layer just does like normal poison, the second layer does toxic poison where it starts doing more damage to you every turn, at the end of every turn. Barbs you can set up to 3 layers, and they just do like a different amount of damage. So if you have 1 layer, it does 1/8 of their damage if you swap into it and land on them. 2 layers does 1/6, and 3 layers does 1/4, so 25% of your damage. So yeah, it would be kind of broken if it did also take the type chart into account. However, unlike the other entry hazards as well, also for Icicle Traps, fire types can metal them if they come in and land on them, and then poison barbs, toxic types can come in and absorb them if they land on them. For Barbs, they are a metal type, but nothing can get rid of them just by swapping into them. Like, fire types can't melt them, nothing can remove them, other than moves like Gust and Burn Up. However, there is a bug right now, and you actually just physically can't remove Barbs. So if the opponent gets them up, yeah, good luck, because that means you can't get rid of them, you're just going to keep taking damage. So yeah, very glad Lumello is the only Loomian right now with these Barbs, okay? Because it would be an absolute nightmare and it would be chaos if more things had it right now. So yeah, that's actually good. Where it is broken, so Gust and Burn Up just can't remove them. There's just physically no way to get rid of them. But yeah, Barbs is honestly going to be a pretty good move. It's definitely going to help for like more offensive Loomians and even defensive. I mean, they're good on like every team basically. So yeah, Lumello with just like those moves alone with both Barbs, like sets it aside and is different from like a lot of other water bulky types. And then for MMs, we get access to Dodge and Hypnotize, which I think Hypnotize is going to be really good because we can put things to sleep and then we can set up as many Barbs and Poison Barbs as we want. And then for rally moves, we get access to Bulk Up, Provoke, and Piercing Drive. Really fast then, before we end off the video, I think people are probably going to lean towards like using the Hypnotize with Barbs and Poison Barbs, just also get as many Barbs up as possible, especially since Barbs are broken and you just can't remove them. And then I guess for like the last move, I guess you could just run like Hydro Slash or Baneful Bash. I guess you also have like Piercing Drive, but I feel like Baneful Bash or Hydro Slash are better. Hydro Slash can critical hit and it doesn't have a chance to miss because it's 100% accuracy. Although Baneful Bash might also be better because it lets it actually hit some of these bulky water types that might be already on the field, and then also you can hit them to try and poison them since they're going to swap out and back in to land on the Poison Barb. So not really sure what else you could use other than that. I guess also there is Bulk Up, but unfortunately you don't have access to any recovery moves, like you don't have Rejuvenate, you don't have Soft Water, like even Soft Water, which honestly isn't like that good of a healing move, but this just doesn't have it. So I guess like also you could run like a Bulk Up, maybe Baneful Bash and Hydro Slash, and then your last move could be Provoke or Hypnotize or Barbs, because Poison Barbs are nice, but I feel like Barbs are definitely way better on Lumello if you had to pick one over the other one. Especially right now since they are broken, like I said. But anyway, go leave off here low. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.